Gregory Horner here, three-time Olympic medalist and world champion in track and field. Thank you all for coming over to this channel. If you like the content, please give me a thumbs up. If you have an opinion and you would like to share it, please feel free to leave your comment in the comment section. Today we're going to talk about 2024 Boys and Girls Championship, but we're going to focus with this video only on the Boys Champs, which was last weekend. Now, I want to hear your views on how do you think the teams perform overall and what are the future plans that can help Jamaica to continue to develop successful young men and women to represent their country in the near future. Now, when I look at the meet overall, I must say that I was very impressed with the performances. I think that the Issa has done a great job once again putting the entire schedule together. I can tell you that I enjoyed myself watching all the events, and I am sure you feel the same way too. So the first question is, how do you feel about 2024 Boys and Girls Championship? First and foremost, we must congratulate Kingston College for repeating the championship. They did an excellent job putting the team together. You can tell that these young men were really hungry and they were looking forward to the championship. And they all performed above my expectations. Also, I was a little surprised that Jamaica College did not come out with more fire. They got a little complacent, and I was expecting to see more determination and guts in many of the running events. You can also tell that Calabar is going through a rebuilding phase, and they too did not show a whole lot of fire. But I know that with time, they will put things together to make the championship competitive again. I was very impressed with Excelsior High School because they won some crucial events that I know the coach felt that they could finish in the top 5. In fact, they finished 4th. But when I saw that they won the class 100 meters, they won the class 2 400 meters and the 400 meter hurdles. They won the class 2 4x1, and they really exceed expectations. So I just wanted to take the time to congratulate Coach Riley and his team for what they have done to make this championship entertaining again. So my second question to you is, what was your most entertaining event at the Boys and Girls Championship? I can tell you that for me, the 100 meters class 1 was one of my favorite because I did not expect the Excelsior athlete Demar Miller to upset the Calabar guys. I can tell you that. And also one of my favorites was the medley relay, where you saw Excelsior and Kingston College struggling at the front, and then the team from Homewood from nowhere flew past them about 5 meters from the tape, and you could see the guts and the determination, but you could also see the strategy used by the Homewood ankle leg runner to win that race. And it goes to show that sometimes these young athletes do have the fight, and sometimes all they need is just the support and the encouragement. So I want to hear your views. What were your most entertaining event at the 2024 Boys and Girls Championship? Feel free to share your comment or to share your opinion in the comment section. However, there are some critical things that I would love to talk about, because the only way we can get better is by looking at some of the critical things that can make a major difference in the lives of these athletes. So when I look at the time of the evening that these young athletes had to compete, I thought it was ridiculous, because there is no way these young athletes can go home in time to rest and come back and still perform at their best. And I know that things do happen from time to time, but I can tell you that to have these young athletes up 11 o'clock, 11:30, and they have to come back the next morning to finish competing, I thought that was unreasonable to put these young athletes through this process. You could tell that a lot of times the performances could have been better, but the athletes just were not fully recovered. I think this is something the Issa need really focus on. And again, I do understand that sometimes things do happen, and when these things happen, it will throw things off course. But it is unconscionable to have these young athletes to be competing so late at night and then have to compete so early in the morning. I don't know how they get that done. So I think that on a whole, Issa needs to take all of these things in consideration, and they need to make the schedule a little bit more friendly for the athletes, because over the years we used to worry about burnout. In this case, it increases the chance of injuries on the part of the athletes, especially some of these young athletes. So I hope they take that in consideration. So let me hear your views. How did you feel about this boys and girls championship? Also, did you have any issue at all with the late scheduling of some of these meets for whatever reason it was? And if so, what do you think the Issa can do to make sure that these athletes get enough recovery to compete the next day? I thank you all for listening. I am Dr. Gregory Horton. Feel free to share your comments. Have a blessed day.